Social anxiety. I think this is quite an interesting topic because it's hard to really see how it arises until you properly examine the problem. And I think a huge part of it is self consciousness. So notice if you're a socially anxious person, when you interact with other people, you're constantly imagining yourself being looked at in third person. In other words, you're self-conscious and you're imagining, how is this going to land? How are people going to react to this? What are people going to think if I say this or that? And that makes you second guess yourself. And that's another big facet of social anxiety, is second guessing yourself. And so when you second guess yourself, what happens is you end up not saying the right thing. You end up not saying or doing things that to sort of say authentically would do. You become the opposite of authentic. You become inauthentic and fake. And it rubs off on people. And you feel insecure. And you feel unliked. You feel like people don't like you. And that you're maybe worthless to people. And again, it's just the connection to mind control is everywhere. I'm not trying to just make everything about mind control. It's just so critical because it shuts down that self-consciousness rather directly. And what that ends up doing is essentially helping you to just be free flowing and to not constantly second guess your own behaviors. Another thing that I always notice is not just in social settings, but even when you're considering things to do, you're always thinking about stuff. You're always thinking to yourself, oh, I need to do this activity now, or I need to do this thing. And you imagine yourself doing the thing, but you don't actually do it. And, there's all these fears, oh, this fear, this problem arising, that problem arising. And really, you need to be able to develop that muscle of mind, because you need to be able to essentially control your mind and your thinking and control when you have thoughts. Because when you can control when you have thoughts, you become able to restrict that self-consciousness and to restrict that second guessing. And then you can just do stuff. You don't need to think about stuff. You can do stuff. Similar to the video, You Are Like an AI. You just do stuff. You don't need to worry. You don't need to fear. You do stuff. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well, and you learn. Without this self-conscious, second-guess, negative type of thinking and behavior.